Okay, our first speaker today will be Julie Lampert, and Julie will be showing us an interview from 2017, shortly after regaining her housing. So please welcome Julie. We're really excited to hear from her and hear her interview. Julie, go ahead.
Yay. Well, first of all, I forgot to mention what it is that I need. And this morning, I need a constructive criticism that is useful. So that would be very helpful as to getting my needs met this morning. Um, there's my first for the counter. This interview, it's cringy to me in many ways, but it's not rapacious. I'm sort of a
Very good.
I'm sort of a poster child for Housing First, as I had an accident and lost my housing, and I actually host a Facebook page by that name, Housing First Eugene. Um, I need to write up a current bio for a local nonprofit to put in their newsletter, and I also need to do a speech at a housing convention. And since I will be controlling the narrative, I want to get it right. So,
Okay.
so with that, let me share my screen and start the video. Let's see.
I was doing fine. Everything was great. One night it was raining and it was dark. I fell down an embankment. I broke my shoulder and I suffered a traumatic brain injury. I knew my job was gone. I knew my apartment was gone. I had to learn how to read and write and function all over again. It it was just a really long journey. Sleeping on the side of the road, getting $1,000 ticket because I had nowhere to go. Gosh, when I was at Safe Spot, what was incredibly helpful was knowing that my belongings were safe and secure, and that I could prep myself to go out and look for a job, look for social services, um, anything that I needed. And I had, as you can imagine, multiple doctors, lots of doctors, because of the brain injury, and they were trying different medications to make me better. And one of the things the community did for me in view of that is they let me know which ones were working and which ones weren't. They could tell. That's Julie. No, that's not Julie. So that was really helpful to have that feedback. It was like having a family. And that really helped because now I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I'm more myself than I have been in a while. I do like a lot of volunteer things. I mean, the list is long. My ultimate goal would be to write a grant so I could do community outreach and get by at the same time. With an injury like that, I don't know how I would have survived out there, especially by myself.
They say that every morning in
Sorry,
Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must run faster than the fast.
sorry, that was the intro to my favorite song. Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Yes. Were you going to comment on the video?
I could comment more about it. That's as you can tell, it's a really personal video,
Sure. Yes. Obviously, very. Yes.
but my information is pretty much out there for anyone that wants to find it. I was interviewed by most of the local papers. There's my other. I I googled myself once, and there were several that came up, and I read them and then compared it to now, and there's a huge difference. So while on one hand it's a little embarrassing, on the other hand, it's good to know all the great changes in my life that have happened since then.
Thank you. Thank you, Julie. eh, wo- uh, Would you like any uh, feedback from the audience, from us in terms of the interview or our thoughts or reactions or not or
Just the normal way that you would do for any speech.
okay,
You know,
okay.
for example, I wore those elaborate gloves, which I absolutely love, and I still have, and I still wear. But this interview was with people that I was comfortable with dressing like that around. Right now, I don't think it would be appropriate for me to give a speech in that sort of attire. I think I should have it keyed down a bit. So, I
Mhm.
mean, I'm eccentric, but I don't need to bring all of that out in my speech. That's
You don't need to accentuate your eccentricity.
yeah, it already comes out, you know.
I'm teasing you, but well, I was deeply moved by this interview,
Mhm.
and you were being who you were at that particular moment in time, and I could see how you've changed. Not that your passion for what you talked about have changed at all, but I could see how you've changed and matured and integrated your experiences into who you are. Uh, But I I didn't see anything there to be embarrassed about. Uh, I felt deeply for you as you talked. Uh, and I know it feels embarrassing to reveal yourself and some of the pain you've experienced. But uh, I was not embarrassed or saw anything that would feel embarrassing to you. I just felt a great compassion for you and also a great compassion for the issue of homing and not and homelessness. So I really appreciated that very much.
Thank you, John. Perhaps I should have used the word vulnerable.
Yes,
It's
yes, yes,
embarrassing.
yes, yes, and I understand. Yes, yes, yeah, and it takes courage to be vulnerable like that, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, for me, of course, I'm a psychologist. I I admire yeah, I admire the hell out of the courage to be vulnerable. So yeah. Anyway, I'm talking too much. I'll shut up. So thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
So do we want to give Julie written comments here?